Welcome back to another video with Yarn as a Second Language. My name is Princeton, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this very cool textured pattern. As you can see, it's got nice straight bars on the front here, nice straight edges, and we had posted a picture of this on our community tab on our YouTube channel, and I had asked, would you all like to see a tutorial on this? And many of you were very interested, so that's what we're going to do here today. So stay tuned and we'll jump right into it. All right, so let's just take a closer look at this real quick. As you can see, the front side here is textured with these nice bars here, and on the back side, it is actually flat, okay? And also you'll notice this right here, many of you who have been following us, you know that I've been on a journey to do color pooling, and I haven't totally been successful just yet. We'll go ahead and call it actively learning. I think that's a nicer way of saying it. But as you can see here, we do have a little bit of a color pool going on that was completely accidental. I think if I had made this wider and longer, the pooling effect would have been more condensed and you'll be able to see it better. But anyways, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. Today's video, I am using just some cotton yarn that I have from Knit Picks that we had ordered. And also I am using a 4.5mm size hook. So the first thing we do, like in most projects, is we are going to make a slip knot. Now, this pattern calls for multiples of 3, and then you have to add 3, okay? So it's gonna be multiples of 3 plus 3. So for this little swatch that I'm going to do, I'm just gonna do a chain of 15. That'll be my multiples of 3 plus 3. So let me zoom in for you real good here. So I'll just do 15. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we have our foundation chain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do single crochets across our first row. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip that first chain here. We're going to go right into that second chain, and we are going to do a single crochet. And we are going to continue to do single crochets across this entire row and each and every chain. So the only two stitches you need to know for this pattern is, I don't know if that was right or not, let's just do that over, a single crochet and a double crochet. And if you're not sure how to do a double crochet, don't worry, it's fairly easy. We do have a video that goes into detail about how to do that, but also I will show you as well once we get to that point. So, but for now we are on row 1 and we are just doing our single crochets all the way across. I am just about at the end here. Just got a couple of more to go. All right, so first row down, we got our single crochets. After we get to the end of our first row, we're going to chain 1. And we'll turn our work. And we will go into this first chain here. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch, okay? So we're not going to that first one right here. We're going to that second space right here. And we're going to single crochet, and we're going to do single crochets across the entire second row as well. And when you're doing this, make sure you are getting that entire chain. So what I mean by that is, if you look and see your V here, we're going to insert our hook so that both bars of that chain, as you can see right here, is 1 and 2. They are both underneath that hook. So we're going to do that all the way across. And while we're doing this, pay attention to your tension, please. You don't want to make this too tight. Otherwise, you will have a little bit of a difficult time on that third row. So you want to have nice even tension, not too tight, not too loose. If you're new to crocheting, it may be a little difficult and you may want to practice on your tension a little bit, but after a little bit of practice, most people get it fairly easily. So we are approaching the end of our row here. And just one thing to pay attention to at the end here, as you can see, you still have one more to go. Okay, you see it's not complete. Okay, so to make sure you see that last chain, you just want to kind of turn your work. Remember that V I was telling you about? You can see we got one more left. So when we insert our hook, we want to make sure we get that entire chain just like that. All right, and we have no more left to go, so we know we're done. So we got row 1 done, which is single crochets. We chained 1, turned our work, and we did row 2, which is all single crochets. So we're gonna work on row 3, the tricky one, okay? But it's really not that tricky. You'll get it in a second. So we're gonna chain our, make 1 chain. We're gonna turn our work, and just like before, we're gonna skip that chain, and we're gonna go into the second chain here. We're gonna single crochet 1. We're gonna go into the next one, single crochet 2. Now next up, what we're going to do is we're going to do a back post double crochet, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So on this first row that we made, that's where we're going to do our double crochet. You have to be able to locate where your single crochets are. So you can see right here, here is a single crochet here. Okay, here's one right here. You can kind of tell by these bars right here, and also there should be a good decent amount of space in between your single crochets. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a single crochet. We're going to skip these first 2, and we're going to go into this third single crochet on our bottom row. Okay, so we're going to make a double crochet. We're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hoop, so our hook, so that it is behind that single crochet. Yarn over, pull through, so you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay, and when we do that, we will have one unworked stitch right here, one unworked chain. We're going to skip that, and we're going to do 2 single crochets. There's 1, and there's 2. And now we're going to do another front post double crochet. So I'm going to show you again where your last single crochet is. If you go straight down, that's the one you want to skip, and you're going to go to this next one. Okay, yarn over. You're going to insert your hook behind that single crochet on your bottom row. Yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay, again, we're going to skip that. We're going to skip that chain here. It's going to be unworked, and we're going to go right into the next chain and do 2 single crochets. We're going to skip that one here. We're going to go work into that single crochet for a back loop double crochet. Oh, let's try that again, shall we? All right. Now your last 2 chains that you work into should be single crochets. So we're going to skip that chain here. We're going to do a single crochet in our last one here, single crochet. And you should be at the end of your row. After your last 2 stitches should be single crochets. Okay, after that you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and on the 4th row we're going to do just single crochets all the way across. So that first chain is not a stitch, so we're going to go into that space here, and we're just going to do single crochets all the way across. And this is what gives you that that back side. That's what keeps it nice and flat. So we're just going to do single crochets all the way across. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of rushing through this. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. I don't want it to be too long. So if you need to, feel free to rewind, pause and get a closer look. So we're at the last stitch, and make sure you get that last one. Remember, you can tell you have one left. You want to make sure you have nice even rows, edges I mean. So don't skip the last stitch. All right, so we have reached, and this is going to be our pattern repeat, okay? So once we reach the end there, we are going to chain one, turn our work. Our first two chains are going to be single crochets. Now the hard part is over. This is going to be much easier. You can see this front post double crochet that we made earlier. It kind of sticks out. That's now where we're going to do our front post, our back post. No, I'm sorry, front post double crochet. So we're going to yarn over. You're going to go right behind that post that you made and do a double crochet. Let's try that again. I'm still learning how to do this looking through the phone. It's a lot harder than it looks. All right, so once you make that, you're going to remember to skip that unworked chain right here. You're going to go a single crochet into that one and that one. So single crochet, and then your next one will be the double crochet into that post. And it should be fairly easy to get to now. And that is our pattern repeat, ladies and gentlemen. 2 single crochets, and then do that double crochet into that post. And again, your last 2 chains should be single crochets. Okay, that's what we're looking like. As you can see, here's our front post starting to come through on this tiny little swatch. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to do single crochets all the way back across. And I will do one more row with you all, and then I'll speed this up and kind of finish up this little swatch. My dog and my son love these little swatches that I make for these tutorials. It's funny, like toys and dog toys get lost and chewed up and thrown away, but these here last for months in my house. A good toy for the kid and the dog. All right, so we did our single crochet across just like before. We'll chain 1, turn our work, and let me grab some more yarn real quick. All right, got some more yarn there. All right, so just like before, we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to go into that post. Single crochet, and then a double crochet into that post down below. And by now, you should be able to see that post really starting to pop, okay? We'll have 1 unworked chain right here, and we'll go right into that next chain and do 2 single crochets. Double crochet into that post. 2 single crochets. And on this last post here, I'll go nice and slow for you. So we're going to yarn over. Okay, we're going to insert our hook behind that post. Okay. Grab some yarn, pull over so you have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through, pull through. And you might be able to hear my wife in the background. She's got a conference call, and my wife is a very boisterous and lively type of person, so you might hear her in the background. So our last 2 stitches should be single crochets. We'll knock those out real quick, and I'll show you what we are looking like. Here it is. Those posts should really be popping through right now. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit, and I will meet you guys at the end. All right, so I am making this, I'm wrapping up here. I'm making this as big as it's going to get for now. And I'm on the back side, as you can see, and I'm just doing my single crochets all the way across. And that is where I like to finish the project. You do whatever you think looks best, but for me, I think finishing on the back side works well. So I went to my last stitch here. I'll just chain one, and we will make a little snip, snip, cut, cut. Pull that through, give it a little tug, tug, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pattern. As you can see, the bars are nice and straight. They pop through. I think they pop through better with this pattern of yarn here, a little bit better. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit that like button. That does help us out quite a bit. And please consider subscribing. We do have several tutorials on our channel, and Miss Nikki, the other half of this channel, she does the knitting. So I'm the crocheter. If you like knitting, Miss Nikki has your back on that. Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, what do you plan on making with this pattern? Are you going to do a baby blanket? It would be a really cool, and a scarf, probably a hat. Of course, washcloths, they look great as well. So let me know in the comment section what you plan on using with this pattern, and I look forward to hearing from you all. I appreciate you all clicking on this video and hanging out with me, and I will see you guys at the next video. Adios.